Everybody, how's it going? Today we're going to take a look at the third quest in the Heroes Challenge series. It is going to feature Noah today, and the reward for clearing Noah is a Fueru biscuit. The team you're going to want to bring here is a Pierce team that has damage wall and gravity barrier. You're not going to be able to move or be able to survive without both, so getting them is more important than the other gimmick, which is block, which actually you want to kind of take advantage of in this quest. Party I have here is Nibelungen in her transcendent form. We've got Sailor Moon making her, unfortunately I don't get to use her much, and Uri, who hasn't been used much either, followed by Kurapika, who really has. The gimmicks here, you got the Puyos there who need Pierce monsters to clear out, and it is of course absolutely paramount you take them out because they will revive each other. So you gotta take them out in one shot. Some monsters could have the ability to take them out without hitting the the power-up panels, but for the basic rule of thumb, you do want to hit one to be able to take them out without worry. The other gimmicks are these paired warps. They haven't come up too much, so if you haven't seen them before, basically you can see that they have color associated with them. So when you go into a blue warp, you'll go out of the other blue warp. When you go into the pink warp, you'll go out of the other pink warp. Pretty straightforward, and they are directed warps, so there's no randomness at all, so you can expect your direction out of it. So I really just, as I said up there, just breathe and think about it a little bit, because that's all you really need to take advantage of those warps. Because they're directed, you know exactly where they're coming out from, unlike normal warps where you don't know which of the warps on the screen that you could possibly get out. We're already on stage 3, and the logic is still the same. Hit those power-up panels so that you can do more damage. Take advantage of those warps so you can hit the weak point, refresh, and repeat. Kind of got lucky there. Oh, I guess I didn't kill the bottom guy. So I guess you can see what happens when you don't clear out all the monsters, is that the boss goes transparent. Which actually is good to help clean up, because when the monster is transparent, they won't slow you down, so you actually have a better chance of hitting all the power-up panels and having enough speed to finish it. And that's also why you really don't want no block. Maybe you can have one without no block, but really the blocks are here to help you to maintain your speed as you're moving, because you definitely lose less speed when you hit off of a block, and that just gives you more opportunity to hit those power-up panels. So when you get lucky enough to hit Noah's weak point like that, you're able to chunk off a lot of HP at once. And honestly, I was really happy to see that I could use some monsters that I really don't get to use pretty often. Like, all 3 of my monsters, Uri, Sailor Moon, and Nibelungen, really doesn't have much use. So being able to use them on this quest was pretty awesome. This quest was kind of a little, or this stage was a little bit annoying. You do want a very flat angle because, as you may have noticed, that these monsters are on blocks. You probably don't have no blocks, so you have to take advantage of that flat angle to go into a warp and hopefully out the correct way. You see that I went in the wrong direction on that blue warp, so I ended up directly going into the pink warp rather than into those Puyos. Kurapika here, for example, is not in a good position, right? Because if I go left, I'll end up going into the blue warp right after. If I go right into the blue warp, I'll go right into the red warp. So this is a really horrible position. And of course, Kurapika doesn't have null gravity barrier in her standard form, or his standard form. You do need to use the strike shot to be able to get that. So that's another unfortunate thing. And again, Nibelungen not in a good position there, but got lucky. There, was able to hit that pink warp in the right direction so that I took out the top right pair of Puyos. So now it's just a matter of, can I hit one of those attack panels to get enough damage and be able to enter that blue warp in the right direction? And the answer was yes. And let's be honest, that was pure luck. Just gotta pray and hope, and it worked out, so I'm happy. Clearing out all the Puyos will drop the block so that you can start doing damage. Again, if you can hit all 3 of those power-up panels, you're going to do a lot more damage when you hit that weak point. When in doubt, trust in the 45-degree angle of awesomeness. It usually works out. So that's great. Kurapika still needs one more turn before that strike shot's up, so we're gonna waste another turn here. And as you can probably tell, I forgot that Kurapika has no block. If you have a team, just try to remember that. Lucky here, I was able to get that small window in the middle to hit all three in one shot, take advantage of the block, and knock out Noah there. I haven't heard that in a long time. Alright, first boss stage. As you can see, there's only 2 gauges, so that's pretty nice. You can see all of the attack blocks are concentrated on the left side, and it's a little bit tough to get them, but unfortunately, just not enough power on Sailor Moon there to take out that Leviathan. If I had maybe a better berry on her, or the team had one, that would have been enough, but that's alright. They didn't fully heal, so at least it wasn't that hard to take that out. You can also take advantage of the warps too, right? If you have a nice tall shot like that, you should probably hit all 3 and go in. Or you forget you don't have no block, or you do have no block, so that should have been good enough anyway. When you clear out the block's flip positions, and now you got this awesome barrier on top and below of Noah. So now you really do want to take advantage of that warp if possible. And unfortunately, Nibelungen just did not have enough speed to start hitting the weak point. So that was a real unfortunate turn. And I think I got a lucky critical there, as well as getting a few swishes in that diamond shape to do a lot of damage onto Noah. Because, if I did go vertical there, I probably would have just ended up in the warp. I don't know, maybe not. But that's definitely what I was worried about. So that's why I had a more awkward horizontal angle than a vertical angle. But yeah, if you get a nice position like Kurapika was there, I mean, you are set to do a lot of damage really quickly on this stage. I mean, even if you possibly have a monster that has a strike shot that increases, weak point effectiveness, that might be a good turn to just whittle away a lot of HP at once. Now this stage was really annoying. It was kind of hard to hit all 3 of those attack panels properly. And you need to take out all 3 of those Puyos at once. As you know, blocks are notoriously hard to gauge in terms of their hitbox. What I like, imagine it, you're outlining the block with a very thick marker, so give yourself just that extra space around it. And that's including the entire image, so you just give that an extra leeway and expect it to be fatter than it was. Use that principle, it's kind of easier to imagine. Now I'm hoping for that angle, sharp 45 angle to go into the blue, which worked out perfectly. To hit all of them. Unfortunately, she got stuck in that angle in between that middle block that's slightly lower, so I didn't get to do as much damage as I hoped. But that's the kind of angle you want to hit to be able to get in there. Just a soft 45, 40, 50, around there. That should be enough to be able to bounce into all 3. Right, there you go, perfection again, and as a bonus with Nibelungen's strike shot is to delay Noah, so just a little bit more time to play around. Sailor Moon, she gets a nice healing afterwards. There you go, a nice tall angle to do enough damage. Unnecessary healing, but hey, worked out. So yeah, that is Noah's stage. The last stage, just get a little bit of getting used to. I definitely died 1 or 2 times on that stage just because I ran out of time, because I couldn't get the hang of that angle. But once that happened, clearly I cleared the last stage. So don't get too frustrated. It might take a few attempts to get used to it, but overall it's a nice straightforward stage. And as you can see, you really don't need wood monsters to clear this. It of course makes it easier because you get a better chance, and if you actually have wood with slayers or the appropriate berry boosts, you might actually have enough to take them out even without significant, the panel up boost. It certainly makes it easier. All right, that's it for today. Tomorrow we look at Arthur, I believe. So until then, bye bye.